Before I begin, I'll set the state. My air conditioner is going to stay on because it's hot. Okay? So anything I can do to stay cool is fine. You're going to hear the air conditioner in the background probably for this whole weekend because it's supposed to be pretty hot. So, yeah, in the 80s all weekend, so it's hot. So, with that in mind, hello there, I'm Scotty. Welcome back. No, hello there, and welcome back to Sequel-A-Thon 4. I'm Scotty, and we're looking at Dragonheart, A New Beginning. And, yep, this is the one. This is the one. This is the one I grew up watching. Yep. And, so the story deals with a stable boy. He's not a friar. There's a friar, but he's not the friar. A stable boy named Joff, we'll get into that, who finds a baby dragon named Drake, voiced by Robbie Benson. I don't know why I was expecting Hagrid when I really should have been expecting the Beast, because it is the Beast. Robbie Benson did the voice of the Beast and Beauty and the Beast. It is the Beast. That is what it is. It's the Beast. I don't know why. It's Robbie Coltrane, right? Robbie Coltrane was Hagrid. Rest in peace. So Robbie Benson is the Beast. I got confused. I was expecting, oh, I'm a dragon. Should have told you that. Should not have told you that. No, this is something. There's a dragon and tries to train with it so he can be more than just a stable boy. Meanwhile, there is this prophecy that two Chinese people, an old man and his granddaughter, or just like an apprentice of his, whatever, are trying to prevent where there's going to be a comet that's flying over, and there's a prophecy about an evil dragon that could come true. So this movie is narrated by the friar in this. Friar, I'm just going to call him the Brother Maisel? Mansell. Brother Mansell, who is part of Brother Pete Postwaite's group, now many years later. Postwaite's group. Brother Gilbert. Whatever his name was. Gilbert. Brother Gilbert. Part of his group. Now years later. We do start with him recounting what happened to our good friend Dennis Quaid, or Sir Bowen, in his old age. I think it said a year before his death. He goes to visit the cave, Draco's cave, and he finds another dragon egg, so he takes it back and trusts it to this group of Brother Gilbert's group, and they raise it in secret within the confines of the village. So, yes. And now, all these years later, we meet our hero, Joff, with the stable boy. Okay. This bugged the hell out of me. It's not Joff. It's Jeff. I'm sorry. You're saying it wrong. I don't know if it was the writers who said it had to be said this way, or if someone one of the filmmakers, someone within the crew was like, well, we need to make it sound old-timey English, so let's pronounce it Joff. But to me, it's always been Jeff. You know that giraffe? The giraffe from Toys R Us. The Toys R Us giraffe. Jeffrey, the giraffe? That's what it's been to me. It's Jeff, not Joff. It's like, you know how I PV about when they say someone got hanged. To me, it sounds wrong. So I say hung. You guys know that. That's how I prefer to say it. Hung. Even though that's not how you're supposed to say it, apparently. It just sounds off to me. Hanged. It's kind of like when you're a kid and you don't know how to say words, so you say something like, I break-it it. Or my son had a thing where he said lasterday instead of yesterday. That's what hanged sounds like to me. It sounds off. So does Joff. And they say it multiple times in this, between him and Drake, which is the dragon's name. Speaking of the dragon, while we're on the topic of it, Ufa. Now, this was standard definition, but I imagine if you've seen the first one in HD or even the 4K, you know how bad that is. This was straight to video, Ufa. Just not. Good thing this is just standard definition, because I could handle it, but no. And then there's something later too that just there's another dragon later in the film that looks worse. Right, Joff stumbles upon the dragon being hidden by Brother Mansell, and Brother Mansell was cautious, like, no, you don't want to mess with it, don't bring it out, because there's that prophecy that the monks were trying to stop from happening. There are also 2 Chinese servants. One of them is a Yu from Rush Hour 3, you know. I'm a Yu. Are you deaf? No, Yu is blind. I'm not blind, you blind. That's what I told you. Who are you? Me? Yes, you. I'm me. He is me. I'm not talking to you. He is me and I am you. That guy, you. I'm like, he's familiar, right? Our main villain is Osric, who's chosen to be. This is just Aladdin. This is just Aladdin here. He's basically the royal vizier. He's appointed to be in a position because the king is slowly, his health is not good, so he's appointed into this front position to kind of lead the kingdom while he's trying to heal from his sickness, which we later find out is poison. Yes. That Osric is slowly poisoning him. There's also a twist with Osric later that made me scratch my head like, wait, what? Really? This is what we're doing? Alright. Confusing. There is quite a bit of sword fighting in this, especially towards here when Joff is fighting this smug little prick bastard named Roland. As soon as I saw his face, I went, yep, I remember this movie. I remember that prick's fucking face. He's so smug. And in hindsight, this guy really doesn't do it. So I thought it was going to be like, oh, especially when, it was like, oh, we're going to have this big bad guy. Like, the cover shows, the cover straight up fucking lies to you. Because it shows that the dragon's going to be doing something. Like, this is the big climax. It shows the dragon's going to be doing something while those two fight in the final battle. No, that's a sparring fight. That's a sparring fight somewhere in the middle of the movie. Yeah. But he fights Roland here, and Roland is not pulling his punches. Metaphorically speaking, but Joff and the dragon, Drake, become friends and try to bond. And neither of them really have family because Drake, once again, like Draco, is the only dragon left. So, yeah. And they said that later for like, he's the only dragon left, and I'm like, then how are there 3 more movies? I know they'll probably explain it. I'm not going to try to even, and maybe eventually, I don't know, but not now. Just, no. So, there's a story told by the old Chinese man who says that back in the olden days there was a dragon who, an evil dragon named Griffin, who tried to lead the dragons in mutiny against man, but he failed, and they took his heart and they stuffed it inside this amulet. Yeah. So the whole prophecy is that an evil dragon's heart will bring an end to the kingdom, will cause darkness, And I'm like, and so, like, these 2 Chinese people, they're like, it has to be Drake. I'm like, you are literally carrying around the heart of an evil dragon. How could it not be that one? And then later when it's revealed that what it is, he goes, of course, it wasn't Drake's heart, it was Griffin's heart. Duh. Then they're like, burn it. I'm like, I would have burned it years ago. You carried around an amulet. Sure, but like, I don't know. If you're so sure, like, why didn't you burn it? There's a prophecy that an evil dragon will rise, and you really have the heart of an evil dragon right there. Just go ahead and burn it. You don't need to. No. At one point, Osric seems to have been slain in battle and tries to get Drake to share his heart with him, but Joff figures out that he's lying. Bad guy? Lie? Never. And so, yeah, they're able to get away. They do this thing where, like, instead of just picking up Joff and flying away, they try to jump, and then Joff falls off his face, and then they fly off. Well, this is where he's able to breathe fire, because he wasn't before. Also, they say he could breathe ice, which is confusing, apparently. There's a training session where he ends up, they're trying to teach him how to spit fire by teaching him how to spit, which is, I'm sure is something they did back then. Spit. This was the year 2000. Someone in 2000 wrote this script, so yes, spit it is. But anyway, he tries to do it and ends up hawking a big ass loogie on Brother Mansell. And poor Brother Mansell, like he is a witness to Osric killing someone, and he's like, I swear on my monastery, I will keep my mouth shut. And he goes, and you will, and it throws him in the dungeon, and then he eventually escapes, but like he's in his underwear, poor guy. And then later when they show him towards the end of the film, he's just got he grabbed a tapestry and put it over. Is what it looks like. Poor guy. But yeah, there is attempts to kill Drake because the old man and the girl, they think that Drake is the one that will bring the prophecy doom to the kingdom. Right? Sure. But that's not it. Nope. It is revealed. So Osric confronts the old man, and Leanne and whatever the other guy's name is. He confronts them, and during this conversation, the old man realizes, so it is you. Doesn't say what, yeah. What is? He says, so it is you. And then he yells at Leanne to burn the heart, or burn the amulet. So she throws it in this fire, and Osric just kicks over the thing and grabs it. Doesn't burn his hand. He's got like a glove on, so maybe it's this fireproof. I don't know, heat proof. I don't know. But he's like, so then he says, I'm going to end this, and he goes to stab Leanne because she's in the bloodline of those who took out the dragon's heart. I'm not ready to reveal this yet because it's so, like, really, we're doing that? So he goes to stab her, but the old man gets in the way and he dies, just in time for Joff and Drake to arrive. And then Osric makes his big speech. He states, when the dragon's heart, Griffin's heart, was taken out, he wasn't just killed, but he was cursed to live out the rest of his days as the thing he hated most. Man. Yes, man. Man who we're not doing that joke from the Nostalgia Critic. Yes. Yes, so it's revealed that Osric himself is Griffin. When Leanne tries to stab him, he grabs her and then stabs himself and then puts the heart. So the heart is the way it looks, when they first show it, it looks like someone just put a steak, like it's a steak, like it's a piece of meat. And then when it's pumping it actually looks like a real heart, but I mean, dragon's hearts look different. Also, wouldn't a dragon's heart be bigger than that? It's like I don't know. But yes, he transforms into the dragon, taking his hair off. Transformation. There's some practical work with the head thing, but then he just turns into a complete CGI dragon. And even though he's nice and red, he looks worse than Drake. And this is the climax. He knocks Joff back, which that's not what killed him. Apparently, I read he does die. They fight, and Drake turns into ice. He falls, shatters to me in pieces, and it is a shard of ice that stabs Joff, killing him. So of course, Drake gives half his heart to Joff to save him, and now they are officially brothers. Yes, and now they have family. Family. Vin Diesel would like that. They're family. Don't need to be blood to be family. Yeah. Cinematography in this looked pretty good when it wasn't like CGI dragon stuff. The CGI dragon fight, not so much, but it's 2000, so what do you expect? The music, they brought back the theme. That, you know what I mean? I try to hum it and I get that Neverending Story 3 thing. That is Neverending Story 3, but you know what I mean. It's the same music again. It plays. It's weird because it plays at the beginning during when the Menzel is talking, you know, about what happened with Sir Bowen, and then so what happened is that Joff and Drake are brothers. They, you know, their life, whatever. Leanne healed the king, and we'll go back to her serving the kingdom for a time before leaving, and then Brother Mansell served with the monks, of course, and yeah, there you have it. I'm gonna say this is pretty good. I enjoyed this. I don't know what to give the last one. I thought this is not better than the last one. A confusing thing. A lot of people are British in this, except for Joff and the dragon. And I would say, well, maybe Christopher Masterson couldn't do a British accent. That didn't stop Dennis Quaid, now did it? And then Robbie Benson just didn't do a British. It was supposed to be an offspring of Draco. Draco was fucking Scottish, so I don't know, but I enjoyed it. So, what are your thoughts on Dragonheart: New Beginning? Leave me a comment below. Wish you like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm Scotty. Sorry about that. And I'll see you in the next one.